Okay, synthetic division, make sure you have your notes out. We've done long division, which is long. It takes a long time. So synthetic division cuts it down a little bit. But there's a few little tricks to it. Okay, so the process for dividing a polynomial by a linear expression x minus a must be in standard form, blah, blah, blah. That's synthetic division. Okay, if you divide a polynomial px of degree n greater than 1 by x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. That's the remainder theorem. We'll go through both those things. So the first thing, you have to write the polynomial in standard form, always. Omit all variables and exponents. For the divisor, reverse the sign of a, and instead of subtract throughout. Add instead of subtract throughout. Sorry, that was really hard to read for some reason. Okay, so the only time you can use synthetic division is when this is just an x, or if it's just a y, or just a variable. That just has to be a variable. It cannot be 2x minus 7, or 3x plus 4, or 7y minus 9. It can't be any of those. It just has to be an x. It also cannot be x squared plus x minus something. It just has to be the one variable in front. Okay? So now that we got that out of the way, let's set this up. So you make this L. So it's kind of just an upside down division thing. Okay, and we're gonna put these numbers in there. So the coefficient on x cubed is 1. We don't have an x squared, so I'm gonna put a 0 for the x squared. For x, it's negative 57, and then our constant is 56. Okay, then on the outside, it's the opposite of this. So that's a negative 7, which means we're gonna have a positive 7 on the outside. Okay, and the first things, we just bring down that 1. And then you do 1 times 7 is 7. And then we're going to add those. 0 plus 7 is 7. Then we're going to multiply. So 7 times 7 is 49. We're going to add negative 57 plus 49 is negative 8. Then you're going to multiply. Negative 8 times 7 is negative 56, which is 0. Okay. This means that our remainder is 0. Now wait, I skipped ahead of myself. So this right here is our remainder. Since it's 0, we do not have a remainder. Okay? So now, this is to the third degree, which means we're going to start at the second degree. It's always one less, which is what I just wrote right there. Okay, so that's going to be 1x squared plus 7x minus 8. And you just go down. And if we had a remainder, we would have wrote plus 0 over whatever, or plus x, whatever. Okay? Let's do number B, letter B. So first, let's write our numbers inside. So it's 1, negative 5, negative 46, and 11. The outside number is negative 5. So you bring down the 1. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus negative 5 is negative 10. Negative 10 times negative 5 is positive 50. Negative 46 plus 50 is positive 4. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. 11 minus 20 is negative 9. Okay, remember how I said this last number is our remainder? In this case, our remainder is going to be negative 9. Okay, now this is a third degree polynomial, which means when our division, it's going to be a 2-degree polynomial. It's going to be squared. Okay, so this becomes v squared minus 10v plus 4 minus 9 over v plus 5, because it's over this right here, whatever we divided by. Okay? And that's it. Now we have to determine which of these we can use synthetic or long division. So on A, we can use synthetic division because it's just an x. On B, you have to use long division, unfortunately, because it's not just an x. C, you also have to use long division. On D, you can use synthetic division, you just have to change that to x plus 2 because you have to put it in standard form. Okay? So let's look at this. Just kidding, we're going to go over this in class. Okay, so find p of negative 4 given p of x equals x to the 5th minus 3x to the 4th minus 28x cubed plus 5x plus 20. So I'm just going to plug negative 4 in for all of that. Okay? Just plug it directly into your calculator just like that looks. And you should get 0. This means that x plus 4 is a factor of 5x, or x to the 5th minus 3x to the 4th minus 28x cubed plus 5x plus 20. Okay? And it's plus 4 because it's always just the opposite of whatever sign that was. If this was p of 4, then that would have meant that x minus 4 was a factor. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Oh look, it gives us p of 4. Okay, so now we're going to do p of 4. So plug that directly in. You should get 940. So x minus 4 is not a factor because it is not 0. If it anything but 0, it is not a factor. If it equals 0, it is a factor. That's the remainder theorem. Okay? I want you to go through this and see if you can figure out which one of those is a factor. Okay? Remember to take the quiz, and I will see you guys tomorrow.